Hello Explorers, welcome back. So this is October week 2 budgeting video for paycheck number 2. Either way, it's for October paycheck number 2. So we are going to start off, this one's going to be a little bit different. This is for the week of my pay week, which is October 12th through October 18th. Normally I would put what my husband's paycheck is. However, I don't actually know what we're working with. This is the second half of his paycheck, and we went a little over, so I supplemented with some collab money. So let me see. I believe we have 600 to work with. We'll just say 600, and if we go over a little bit, we'll pull from collab. If we go under a little bit, we'll obviously leave that in collab, because collab is definitely supplementing this pay week. So, I'm trying to make this so that everybody can see everything. All right, so mortgage. We're not going to put anything into mortgage because mortgage was just paid. So there's nothing going into mortgage. I always start with my bills first. So then we have trash. We did pay off the trash balance, so we just need to put $5 towards the actual trash bill. So let's pull that down, see how much that would make it. If we add in $5 to trash, we then have $45. So we'll have $45 towards the $50 that is needed. So over here, $5 is what we're putting in, which means we will have $45 of the $55 we need for the bill. Next, and I just pretty much go through the bill binder. Next thing in the bill binder is my HOA. So then I'm going to put HOA here. And for HOA, in order to have the $150 that I need by the end of the quarter, when the next bill is due, I have to put in $13 every week. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's see how much that will give us. We currently have 26, so that means once we put that 13 in, we will have 39 of the 150 that is needed. Okay. Next in the bill binder is Progressive, my car insurance. And I know that I need to put in $26 every week to have the 108 that I need for the monthly bill. So if we put in 26, we currently have 52. That will leave us with 78 of the 108 that is needed. And on this bill, we are a couple of weeks ahead. Next is Ford. We're not putting anything into the car payment because I just made that payment. So nothing is going into Ford. Then we have HOA fine. And I did go ahead and pay off the balance. So I now, going forward, just need to put $25 in every week. So we currently have $25 in there because the envelope is empty since I paid off the balance. Figured it was just easier. I took collab pay and just paid whatever the additional was that was needed to pay that up so that every week I can just worry about paying the $25. Now, sinking funds. My sinking funds took a huge hit last month, the end of last month, and even just last week. So we're going to start stuffing for those again. So we're just going to go in order. The first thing in my sinking fund binder is clothing. Clothing is going to get $5. There is currently $10 in there. So that will leave us with 15 of the 50. That 50 is kind of just the first milestone. I know a couple of people that said you should be upping your medical. Medical should be a priority, blah, 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 blah. Medical is a priority. All of my sinking funds are priorities. However, I can't just decide, you know what, I want to put $500 in a medical. while that would be great, I would love all of my sinking funds to have a minimum of 500. It's not realistic for my income. It's not realistic to just decide, just because you want something doesn't necessarily mean that you can do that. So I can want it to have $500 all I want, but unless somebody's handing me $500 to put into medical, that's just simply not realistic. That is the goal. I would love to get them up there, but, and then I know somebody else said, well, stop putting money into clothes and make medical a priority. Listen, while I appreciate the advice that some of you guys have given, you also need to understand that this is my budget, this is my finances, this is my income. And so while I appreciate advice, I don't necessarily appreciate people or anyone feeling as though they have any kind of right to tell me how to do my budget and how to handle my income and tell me what is or should be a priority in my income. Only we know what is a priority for our family and our house and our income. So please keep that in mind. I know that I put my finances out there for everybody. I do show my financial journey, but please don't mistake that with having an input on my income and my finances. There's a difference between sharing my journey and somebody feeling as though they have an input in how I spend my money. At the end of the day, this is my finances, this is my income, this is my money, this is my journey, and this is my family. So I just want to put that out there because there's been several times that people are just simply, I let a lot of things go, but there's been several times that people are simply just crossing a line, and I need to draw that boundary. So that is a hard boundary. So yeah, what my priorities are my priorities. Please don't try to tell me what my priorities should be. So after clothing is medical. And medical got wiped out, so we are going to be putting $5 into medical. That means we have 5 of the 50. Now, when I say of 50, that doesn't mean that once it gets to 50, it's maxed out and I'm not putting any more money in it. That's just the first milestone that I want to reach. Once I get all my sinking funds to 50, then I start trying to push them to get to 100. Then I try to push that, at one point, some of mine had 200 in them, but things happen and you have to spend out of these. It would be wonderful if I could just continue adding to these and never had to spend out of them. But they're there because we have to spend out of them, because these are funds for those reasons. If I never had to spend out of medical would have over $1,000 in it at this point. But that's not realistic. I have to spend out of it. That's what it's there for. It's there to cover those expenses when they happen. Those things have happened. I had to spend out of them, and now I work towards building them back up. So, next is car maintenance. Also, I am only putting $5 in here because I do have several savings challenges that when they're done, they will get allocated into these. But I want to be putting money into these alongside that, because you can't always wait for a savings challenge to be done before an expense comes up. So in car maintenance, we're putting $5 in there. You guys know I had a huge car maintenance thing last month, which completely wiped out my binder. So we're starting from scratch. So we've got $5 out of 50. Home maintenance. I don't think I'm going to put anything into home maintenance right now. While I would love to put money into home maintenance, it does have $75 in there. And I need to be working on some of these other ones. So we're not going to put anything into home maintenance. The next milestone for home maintenance would be $100. So I'm putting that we have 75 of the 100. And then I'm not going to bother with back to school or holidays right now. Then we're going to do personal care. That also got wiped out. So we're going to put $5 into personal care. So it's going to have 5 out of 50. We're going to do home needs. Home needs and home maintenance are different. Home maintenance is for any renovations we need to do, any filters, anything like that. Home needs is more along the line of we might need paper plates, we might need laundry detergent, dish soap, paper towels, toilet paper, whatever. And so that is also going to get $5 out of 50. I have more to work with, like I said, because I am going to just go ahead and pull whatever is needed from Collab Pay. So now we're going to go over to, normally I would skip sinking funds and I would come over to do my cash envelopes next. But since I know I have enough money, I just went ahead and did what I wanted to put into there. So we're going to do grocery, gas, takeout. So grocery is going to get $150. Gas is going to get $75 again. And takeout is going to get $50 again. And normally I put personal care and home needs over here since this is what's in my cash wallet. I don't know why I put it in the sinking funds this time, but that's okay. And then down here for extra savings, I always put, don't ask me why, I just always put the Uno and the monthly right here. For monthly, I want to put 25 in this week because I only did 20 last week. And then for Uno, we always put 25. So now I need to add this up and see what we have left. I said we're starting with 600 and kind of see what we have. 600 minus the $5 for trash, minus the 13 for HOA, minus the 26 for car insurance, minus the 25 for the HOA fine, minus the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 I'm putting into sinking funds, minus the 150 for grocery, minus the 75 for gas, minus the 50 for takeout, minus the 25 for the monthly, minus the 25 for Uno. We have 181 to work with for games and, 181 to work with for games and savings challenges. So, now what I'll do is I will put challenges here. And then over on this side, I'll put games. And same thing I did last week. I just pull down my savings challenge binder and basically go through it and see what we're going to put in there. So I said I'm going to put 25 into the monthly. I already subtracted that though, so I don't need to subtract it. But I will put it over here too. So for the monthly challenge, we're going to do 25. Next is the Thanksgiving challenge. That one is $5 weekly. I label that one as leaf. So now we need to subtract $5 for that one. Next is the balloon challenge. Let's just do the next one on it, which is $2. So for a balloon, we're going to do $2. Subtract $2. A beaver walked into a bar. That's when I kind of pull this out and look at what I want to do. All of the beavers currently have drinks. So let's do this $9 beaver. So then we subtract 9. The next one is spa day, which is going to go into my personal care. So we'll put spa, and this one's a scratch off, so I can't like decide what I'm going to put in, but so far I have been safe picking $10 each time. So let's subtract $10. Next is this ghost bougie one. Let's do this ghost doesn't have a drink, so rather than doing a ghost, let's do a drink. Let's do this $6 one. So we'll put ghost, and we're going to do 6. Next is my pumpkin spice latte, the one where you color it in to fill it up. Let's put, for this one, let's just do one line, which is $5. Then we have my pumpkin spice latte scratch off. PSL scratch. And we'll say $10 just to be safe. I don't know what the denominations are on this one because I did not write what value this one is. So it could end up being a lot more than what I'm expecting, but we'll just go with it. Next is the Christmas in July. So we'll put July on here. Let's do $5 again on that one. So we'll subtract $5. All of the icons on this one, it's a scratch off, but all the icons are $1 or $2. So 5 is usually a safe bet. Next is Spooky. We're going to start this one. This one is a freebie that came on the back of this scratch off challenge that I bought. Let's put $7 into this one. This one you got to decide what the icons were worth. I wanted this total to be $50, just like the smiley face challenge was. So I made these down here are 7, so they're the highest denomination one on here. So we're going to go ahead and do one of those to start this one off. Next is star notes. Obviously, we can't plan for star notes. If I get them, I will rearrange this. We'll figure it out when we go. Next is the Disney challenge, and this one is $5 increments. So we will put $5 into there. Minus 5. The kids savings, I will just buy whatever $2 bills the bank has, and that's how we will determine how much is going to go into their savings. And then last for savings challenges, we have the Gumball savings challenge, and yeah, we just have the Gumball savings challenge. Why is this doing this? Weird line. I had 2 V-Bucks, so I set those aside. So for Gumball savings challenge, we just need $1. So we'll subtract $1 from there. Now let's go into games. Slytherin, we're going to do what we normally do, which is I will budget as though it's the highest card, which is $11. So Slytherin, $11. Blinky is a roll the dice, which you cannot plan for, so you always plan for the highest amount you could get, which is $6. Next is Shut the Box, and I'm gonna plan $20 for that. Villains is next. How much do I want to give Villains? Let's do like 15 this week because it's been really low the last couple of weeks. Let's give it 15. Obviously, again, we're rolling dice, so we don't know exactly how much we're gonna end up with, but 15 is usually a safe number. We can usually get 2 rolls out of that. And then last is the new game that I just introduced, which is Struggle. And let's give it 15 this week. You guys gave a lot of really good words, so I'd like to get through some of those. Let's do 15. And then we have Road Trip Savings Challenge. 40 is usually what I do for that one, just to be safe. And that leaves us with $9. And I just leave myself a little note that I have $9 left over in case any of these go over. And actually, last is Uno, which is 25, but we had already subtracted that, so we don't need to subtract that from the total. So 600 was kind of the perfect amount. And that is how I budget. Now, I've been asked this a few times, so let's go ahead and do it in this video. How do I figure out what denominations I need? So what I do is at the bottom here, I'll go 1 times, 5 times, 10 times, 20, 50, 100. And then I go through, I'll start on page 1, and I'll look at what denominations I need. How many 5s do I need? How many 10s do I need? So I know for trash, right away, I need a 5. So I'll put a little tally. For HOA, it's 13, so I need a 10 and 1, 2, 3 ones. For progressive, I need 26, so that's a 20, a 5, and a 1. HOA fine is 25, so I need a 20 and a 5. Sinking funds, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grocery is 150. I usually do 50s, so we'll do 1, 2, and 3 for 50s. Gas is 75. We'll do a 50. We'll do a 50, 20, and a 5. Takeout is 50, so we'll just do a 50. The monthly challenge is 25, so we'll do a 20 and a 5. And then I go up here. So leaf needs a 5. Balloon is 2, so we'll do 2 ones. Beaver is 9, so we'll go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Spa, we're doing 10. Ghost is 6, so 5 and 6. Pumpkin spice latte, we're doing 5. The pumpkin spice latte scratch off, we're doing 10. Christmas in July, we're going to do 5. Spooky, we're going to put in 7, so 5, 6, 7. Disney, we're going to put in 5. Gumball, we need $1 because I already have 2 ones. Then we'll come over here to games. Slytherin is 11, so we'll put 10 and 11. Blinky is 6, so 5 and 6. Shut the Box. Now, Shut the Box, even though I budgeted $20, we don't know that it's going to be 20. So what I'll do is I'll break that down, and I'll do a 10, a 5, and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Villains, 15. We're pretty safe to do a 10 and 5 ones for villains. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Struggle, 15. We can just go ahead and do a 10 and a 5. Road Trip Savings Challenge. It's always over $20, so I'm safe to do a 20, a 10, so that's 30. Oop. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Just because we don't know exactly how much that's going to be. And then Uno, I always put 25 ones. And then we have $9 left over, so I know that I need to do, obviously, $9 in here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now what I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll just condense this. So for ones, we need 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So we need 60 ones. 5, 10, 15, 20, 22 fives. 10, we need 13 tens. 5 20s. And 5 50s. And that should equal $60. So let's just double check. So 5 50s is $250 plus $120s, 130 in 10s, 25, 50, 75, 100, 110 in 5s. And $60 in ones. Where did I mess up? I messed up somewhere. We are $50 over. Let me double check because we are over. So, we have 5 plus 13 plus 26 plus 5 plus 5. 75 plus 50 plus 25 plus 25 plus Okay. So somewhere in here is where I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 50s. 20s, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20s. $250 there. 20, 40, 60, 81. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, I see exactly where I messed up. It's not 13 tens. I don't know where I got that. It's 8 tens. So that's where we were off. So now this should equal 600. We have 250 in 50s, 100 in 20s, 80 in 10s. What is that? 25, 50, 75, 100, 110 in 5s, and 60 in 1s, which equals $600. So now what I will do is I will take my, let me grab one. I will mark this off, and I will basically just transfer this information over to this. I'll take this to my bank, and they will give me the exact denominations that I need. And that is how I do my budget. It's a little bit easier on week 2 because the bills have already been paid out of it. Week 1 of every paycheck, when I'm figuring out how much I'm going to put up for mortgage, how much I'm going to put up for car, what bills need to be paid before everything, that's always the more difficult part of it. Week 2, we already know what we're working with, and so it's from there, it's just a matter of plugging in some numbers because all of the bills are paid. So that is it for this video. I will see you guys back here for October paycheck number 2. So until next time, bye.